Yo guys, it is Captain Thorpe and the World Cup is back with a bang. A whole day off yesterday, but it was worth the wait because we had a 7-goal thriller in the afternoon, followed by a great little game between Uruguay and Portugal in the evening as the knockout rounds begin. And well, let's start with that massive game between France and Argentina. 7 goals, Kylian Mbappe absolutely putting his mark on the tournament. In my prediction, I said that it would probably be a 1-1 draw, and then Argentina would nick it in extra time. Now, Argentina did actually go 2-1 up. However, that was followed by an absolutely outrageous goal from Pavard. It was unbelievable. It's similar to that Nacho goal, but it was even better. The action he got is just literally a volley of dreams. The action he got on the ball, the spin, it was just perfect. And into the top corner, Nacho's was a similar technique, but he drilled this into the bottom corner. That was the only difference. It was just absolutely unbelievable from Pavard, who I did not rate at all before today, but today he looked like a hungry man, to be honest, playing football. He was absolutely brilliant today. But let's not forget Di Maria's outrageous strike, left foot, top corner. It was just curling into the top corner. Normally they curl the other way, but it was just such a brilliant strike from him as well. Both of them two. Let me know in the comments down below which of those two strikes was better. For me it was Pavard, but both of them absolutely outrageous. Anyway, so that made it 2-2. But then Mbappe came out with 2 brilliant goals. He'd already won a penalty for France early in the game, but then he came out, he scored a couple of goals, and the defending could have probably been a bit better on the second from Fazio, but it was still a great pass from Giroud. He played it into Mbappe, and Mbappe just finished it bottom corner in style. He's a great player, and the goalkeeping, to be fair, could have been a lot better on Mbappe's first, so you could say he was a little bit lucky, but he did play so well. Obviously won a penalty that Griezmann put away, and those were the 4 goals for France, and it was a well-deserved victory. Aguero got on back at the end for Argentina. It was a great game of football. Argentina weren't that bad, but Messi just didn't look up to it, to be honest. Like, what I'm not liking about Messi is he just seems to sulk. Ronaldo's got some okay players around him at Portugal, but he accepts the challenge. He said, you know what, I'm not in the best team, but I'm going to go for it. I'm going to try and put my mark on the tournament. Whereas Messi, he just seems to stand and suck. Oh, what a shame! I don't have Suarez playing next to me. I don't have Coutinho in midfield. No, I'm just gonna stand around and hope someone gives me the ball and then come deeper and deeper and deeper rather than making proper attacking runs. It's just annoying with Messi. You know he's a good player, but he expects the perfect serves, and if he doesn't get it, he doesn't bother. And this may seem very harsh. Like, some people may look at this as very harsh. Like, but let's not forget. He has got Di Maria around him. Aguero came onto the pitch. He sometimes plays with Higuain. You know, Dybala, who doesn't even make an appearance. If Dybala is being benched, it shows you how good their attack is. Like, he's got some good players around it. It's not like it's a bunch of farmers. Like, it's a decent team. You know, it's not quite as good as Portugal, but it's a decent team. And I tell you, if you put Ronaldo in that Argentina side, Ronaldo would definitely score bags of goals. And I just don't like Messi's attitude, to be honest. He just doesn't seem to be going for it when he's in a team that he doesn't feel is good enough for him. So, and this could be his last action of the World Cup. And obviously, as a football fan, the World Cup will miss him. Like, football will miss him when he does retire. But I just didn't like his attitude in this tournament, to be honest. He scored 1 good goal, and that was thanks to an outrageous pass anyway, so he can't complain about his teammates. And for me, I just don't think he's got quite the attitude that Ronaldo has, who just keeps going and going and going and putting in even better and better performances as he embraces his age, to be honest. He's 33 years old, Messi's only 31, but Ronaldo just keeps looking fitter and fitter with every match. He puts in some great performances. But we will get on to Ronaldo's team, Portugal, and Portugal did in fact lose that game. Obviously Ronaldo was actually putting a shift in, but as I said in my prediction, I said that Uruguay would win 2-1, and they did win 2-1, so I was correct with that, absolutely, 100% accurate. But I said that if Cavani and Suarez were at the top of their game, then they would be a match for any team, and they were. They're both of them on top of their game. Suarez did their beautiful cross into the box for Cavani, and what a header it was. It looked like it came off like his face, maybe off his shoulder, but oh my word, it's literally the leap into the air just made it look so good. And his second goal, it's questionable defending, but when the ball was played into him, to take it first time and curl it into the bottom corner as he did, so it just hit just the bottom of the back of the net. It was just a perfect goal, such a satisfying goal to watch, and the curl he got on the ball as well, first time, absolutely brilliant from Cavani with both of the goals. Suarez obviously had a part to play in that second goal as well, just making a nuisance of himself when challenging for the header. So both of them played brilliantly, and I think Uruguay deserved the win purely for those two performances and the defensive solidity. They're so good in both boxes, and honestly I think Uruguay are one of the strongest teams in this tournament as we progress. And I tell you who are not one of the other strongest teams are Croatia. Croatia are a brilliant team, and we will get onto them in a minute, because I think that they could go really far in this tournament, maybe at least the semi-finals. But before that, the other game tomorrow is Spain against Russia. Now, who do I think will win in this one? It should be an interesting one, Spain and Russia. Well, Russia, now I thought I would have potentially backed Russia originally based on the first two performances. So 5-0 against Saudi Arabia, 3-1 against Egypt. However, they got absolutely dismantled by Uruguay, and yes, Uruguay are a fantastic team, but still 3-0 is not an ideal result for Russia. However, they were already through. Maybe that game didn't really matter that much. But this game will be one of their biggest games in history, I think, because considering this is a World Cup actually in Russia, and they're in the round of 16, this is a huge game against a team like Spain, and the crowd will be absolutely behind them, and you know how the crowd can act as a 12th man. Spain are a quality side. They can pass it around for days, they can pass it around you like you're not even there, they can score some great goals. But who do I think will win this one? I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw. It's going to use extra time for me, and I don't see either team scoring an extra time. Russia probably every man behind the ball just defending for their lives and then lumping it up to the big man up top. But for me, it's going to go to penalties. I can't see, although both sides are completely different, I think that they will balance each other out, and it will be a really tough game. Who do I think will win on penalties? It's just the fun, it's the fun, isn't it? But because of their experience, I think that Spain will be the team that wins on penalties, and Russia will be going out of the World Cup. I could easily be wrong, but I think this will be such a tight game, and honestly, this game could be played out in so many ways. It could be open. Russia could be trying to attack as much as possible with the crowd behind them. Spain could be playing open, expansive football. It could be a cagey affair. We don't know what's going to happen with this, but I'm going to say that both teams are going to draw the game 1-1. Extra time is going to be 1-1, and it will go to penalties. And I'm going to say Spain, just due to their experience in penalty shootouts, their winning ability, Spain will win on penalties. In terms of the other game, though, it will be more clear cut. As I said, Croatia are one of the strongest sides in this tournament, along with Uruguay for me, and Brazil and England. I think those are like probably the 4 strongest teams in the tournament, and in fact those 4 actually could make the semi-finals actually, because I think they're all in different quarters of the draw. But for me, those are the strongest sides of the tournament. Obviously France looked good today, to be fair, but overall against less attacking, expansive teams with strong defences, I think that they will struggle to score the pacey counter-attacking goals, so I'm not going to put them quite in this category. But Croatia definitely will be. Luka Modric and Ivan Rakitic absolutely running the midfield, doing so well there, and they will be unstoppable. Mandzukic up top, they've got the likes of Perisic, so they've got a really solid team. And in defence, they barely conceded. They've only conceded 1 goal, and that was a penalty. They scored 7 in 3 games. They've only conceded 1. They're a real force to be reckoned with, and they were not in an easy group at all. Argentina, Nigeria, and Iceland to do so well in there. I think that they will easily beat Denmark, and I'm going to go for a 3-1 victory for Croatia. What do you guys think will happen in the games tomorrow? And yeah, how did you enjoy the games today? Let me know all of that kind of stuff in the comments down below. Like the video if you've enjoyed it and you're just as excited as me about the World Cup, and subscribe if you haven't already. I'll catch you guys later, and adios.